Hi, my name is Rachel Renee Smith from RachelReneeSmith.com, and today I want to tell you about another one of my favorite authors and my mentor and friend, Linda Dominique Grosvenor Holland. And a lot of you know, if you've been following me for some time, a lot of you know that my journey with her started with this book, The Plural Thing, Spiritually Preparing for Your Soulmate. And this book came at a time in my life when I was just so done with the cycle of relationships that I had been on. It was just so destructive. I was filling my void really for a relationship with God and my desire for real love, by going from relationship to relationship. And at the time when I got that book, I was a divorced single mom. I was still, in and out of relationships that were just wrong for me. And I was just wrong. My motives were wrong. I was searching for something from a man that I could only get from God. So, I prayed an earnest prayer, God, I need your help or I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. And he sent me Linda Dominique Grosvenor Holland, and I just devoured, all of her teachings and learned how to leave that dependence on male companionship and really deepen my relationship with God. And it was during that time that I began writing. My son even encouraged me to go ahead and fulfill that dream of writing my first book, and I did that. And, during that time, I was reconnected with my friend Jeff. But I was in the midst of my spiritual development. So, I told Jeff, I can't hang with you. I'm on lockdown. And he's like, what does that have to do with me? But, I had to do what was right for me at that time. And I'm so glad I did, because months later, Jeff and I were able to begin a relationship, and he's my husband today. We're about to celebrate 5 years of marriage next week. Yay, us! To God be all the glory, because, before now, because I was looking for a man to do what only God could do in my life, no man could ever meet those standards. Nobody could measure up to that. So none of my relationships could, ever have a hope of lasting. I could never commit to anything like that because it wasn't really what I truly wanted. So I just thank God for, delivering me from that and for making me a faithful and committed woman for the first time in my life. And, a key to that along the way was I had to break some soul ties, you know, to those former relationships, to those former ways of thinking. Even with some friendships, I had to break soul ties and, those spiritual dependencies that had been built up over time, and which caused me to sometimes compare my husband to former relationships, or to have those, bad memories and experiences triggered and caused me to react in a certain way to my husband when it really did not have much to do with him. It was just those soul ties getting in the way. So thank God, I really connected with Linda Dominique Grosvenor Holland, and she taught me, how to break those harmful soul ties in my life. And now she's taken all those teachings and put them in a book, Breaking Soul Ties: How to Take Your Whole Heart with You When Love is Over. Powerful. I received these teachings before they were even published in a book. And I've also read this book, and she's added even more to it. So I just encourage anyone who wants to have the love of your life, you want to really be prepared for what God has for you. You need to get both of these books. You need to get The Plural Thing, Spiritually Preparing for Your Soulmate, and you need to get Breaking Soul Ties: How to Take Your Whole Heart with You When Love is Over, because you don't want to leave those pieces scattered all over the place and not bring your whole self into a relationship. You want to be free to grow in God, and you want to be free to truly love someone the way they deserve to be loved, so that you can receive the love that you also deserve. So I pray that you would definitely pick up those resources from Linda Dominique Grosvenor Holland. Connect with her on Facebook. Connect with her on her website, and definitely plug into the Grow Your Dreams network. She has been instrumental not only in my love life, but in my business. She's the first person who taught me about publishing, and she continues to help me develop my business to this day. And I'm following her all the way to Six Figuring My Passion, which is another program that she's launching. So you want to stay tuned and definitely be plugged in for that. All right, be blessed in Jesus' name.